for her. I think Rinna, this might be it for Rinna. I think Rinna might lose her job.
No way. No way. What?
I'm not convinced. Now, let me say, everyone out there, I will say this 100%. 100% Erica Jane will not be losing her job. So you can say it because let's go back to the beginning of the show, not being condescending, but just because you want it to happen, Erica Jane is she's not being fired for next season. I agree with what you're saying. I'm not convinced. Sarah, they have to change this show. That is the feeling. I know what you're thinking. Again, Vicky wasn't doing, the OC was not bad when they fired Vicky. It's just that was the obvious way to change the show. Listen, Rinna is a phenomenal housewife. I don't care if you love her or hate her. I think it's not going to be Erica and it's not going to be Kyle. And I just think, now I do think Rinna, she's posting about producers did this. Rinna to me is almost like feeding into the narrative that she's going, because she's posting like you are now talking about being fired. So I thought it before you did, but you're now putting it out there like there is life after Rinna. She's saying like producers did this so they can justify firing me. It's like, it's almost like Rinna is so good at the housewife game that she knows she's in trouble. It's like, girl, why are you putting this out there? I don't think, again, that's why I feel with the loss. Look at, they don't want to deal with Kim Richards' alcoholism. They don't want to deal with Jackie Goldschneider's, eating this. They don't want real cringy problems. And Rinna, it's not just Lois and the loss of Lois. She's obviously going through a lot, but she was reminding me of Dorinda when Dorinda had a fucking breakdown and that's not Dorinda's fault. The producers, and I know this for a fact, were saying to her, girl, you go, you're carrying. They set Dorinda up. The producers set Dorinda up to be a crazy, nasty villain. I'm not saying Dorinda is innocent. We just watched Girls Trip, but the way she went after Tinsley, and so it feels like that to me. Rinna feels like that. And now all these social media posts where she's like, they're setting me up to be fired. Like, I feel Rinna needs, and listen, guess what? Now, I'm not convinced, but whereas I swore like you that she would never be fired, I'm starting to think there's like an 85% chance that Kim D agrees with you. We're going to fight about this on Patreon, like till we bleed to death, because she's like screaming at me over text, Kim D. I'm going to stand by it. I think that Rinna, and listen, this will be a great thing for her, Sarah. A, you just lost your mother. B, it's like the Countess Cabaret that makes real money. Rinna Lip Kit is booming. It's not fucking Ramona Pinot Grigio.
Is it?
Yes. She's making,
okay, all right.
She has the Delilah. She has they sent that to every influencer, housewife, Christine Quinn, Chrishell, Rinna. I don't know what the budget was, but she sent that lip kit to every fucking reality, B-list, C-list, D-list, celebrity. And it's gotten out there. Like Kelly Ripa's like, that's all I use. And it's just like, it's a real business. Girl, go and run your real business. And by the way, I think it would do Rinna well. I think it would do her well. Like, girl, like you're still Lisa fucking Rinna. Like you can come back. She can come back. I personally don't think she would do Girls Trip or something like that. I think she would find that beneath her. Go and run your business. And yeah, okay, $1 million a year is a lot to say no to, but there are other things. And I'm not convinced, but I really can't shake it. That I feel it. And I'm going to even go out and say, I think Dorit will either go or become a friend of. I think Crystal Kung Minkoff keeps her job. She didn't do nothing wrong. I think she keeps her job. Just like Emily and Gina have a job on the OC. Oh, and Kim screams at me. You're fucking crazy. This is my prediction. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Rinna and Diana and probably Dorit and Sheree Zampino, those four are going to go. It wouldn't shock me if Kathy Hilton went either. I mean, Kathy held out for $1 gazillion this season. She ain't getting that next season. Take it or leave it, bitch. That's what's going to happen. They're not giving, I mean, what did Kathy contribute? I mean, we're over. It's just
Well,
Kathy
we haven't
Hilton.
seen Aspen yet. We haven't seen Aspen
No, we
yet, which
haven't.
also,
Which
you
by the
know,
time
are
they
the
hear this,
bots.
we'll have
See,
seen it.
I have the opposite take. I think the producers did the bots, like Rinna said, to distract from Aspen. I think Kathy's definitely on next season. I think you see Kim Richards become a friend of the show. Kim's a liability, so I'm not sure they want Kim back full time, although it sounds like Kim is doing well. Everybody would love ish.
I got some news about Kim.
Oh my God, this is going to be on the next episode.
I'm sorry.
I say, look, people would love to see Kyle, Kim, and Kathy all together interacting.
100.
That would be huge. Dorit gets demoted. Diana's gone. That's it. I say Rinna's back. I say Crystal is back. I'm with you. Crystal, adds. I like Crystal. I don't even like saying anything bad about Crystal because I like Crystal, but also there's nothing exciting to me about Crystal. Like, I don't know anything about her. Sutton and Garcelle are, epic. I mean, I love what they bring. In Rinna's face. I love it.
We disagree about Rinna.
They would be, honest to God, if those producers let Rinna go and let this combination that they have, this is the best fucking TV we've seen in a long time. Name a show.
It is, Sarah, but
Selling Sunset.
Okay, the next episode we have to talk about, because I get all the things early. So
Okay.
I got from Netflix, because Netflix is wonderful. They sent me and it's out now, but I had Selling OC for weeks before. I'm obsessed. I can't talk. I have everyone coming up from it. But here's the thing. I get what you're saying. It's phenomenal. But what you look, you could be right, but the American public, the world, but Bravo's really just America, we bore of the same thing. I think Rinna has dominated Munchausen. She has dominated Denise Richards. She is Vicky. The OC it's Vicky. Vicky had to go. You can't get a word in edgewise. And yes, Garce, and we have a lot of strong players here, but Rinna, if you really close yes, Kyle is the producer. The whole reason the show moves is because of Kyle, but Rinna overpowers so much of every scene. I think we need an unknown on, we'll keep everyone, but I don't know. I'm standing by it. I listen, I hear you. I'm not convinced. And by the way, before we go, I also want to say, I assume Garcelle, when it comes to her contract, she's going to be like, listen, I don't give a fuck. I want it in my fucking contract, which you'll never get as a first-year housewife. But now we have Garcelle. I bet you she puts in there my Jacks, and they will not. Don't you fucking put a camera near them. I bet you we'll never see Jax on. I could be wrong. He's a kid. He'll do it for his mom. Could you blame her to say I want my kids off this fucking show, this fucking bullshit Housewives? And so I just also predict that we do not see Garcelle's children.
Okay, this is my final thought. At the end of the day, yes, they could have these claws. Maybe they're thinking about not coming. This is Rinna will tell you this. Rinna, prior to Housewives, what was she doing in Hollywood? It had been years. And she's even said, basically, she and Harry were struggling to pay the bills. Garcelle was in the same boat. Nobody knew. I know everyone says Garcelle is this accomplished actress. That's all true. But nobody was talking about Garcelle before she was on the show. No one.
Yeah.
Women need Denise,
and that's not a knock to Garcelle. To me, as an actress, an icon, that pop culture figure, to me, Denise is in a category above Garcelle Bouvet and Lisa Rinna. That's just to me. I believe that's
totally she is.
But regardless of that, right? I'm not taking anything away from Garcelle. She was in a great show called Eyes with Tim Daly and Laura Leighton back in the day. Coming to America, right? Nobody was talking about Garcelle. Sorry, Garcelle was on The Real.